Doris, ça va?
C'est parti, hein?
All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Doris, and I'm a student at Cambridge International College, and I study business management and with specialization in supply chain management. So today, before I walk you through this exercise, I just want to tell you what my life is all about here in Ghana. This is what I do every day. So I wanted to walk you through this forecasting methods, and we have here an example where demand is our demand. This is our demand data, and this is the period. So this demand has both a level and a trend, and we are asked to forecast such a demand with a level and a trend. Now, in order to forecast a demand data having level and trend, we need to find out what the trend is and what the level is for the first period forecast. Now, how do we do that? One way to do that is through regression analysis. So as you can see on this graph right here, we have on the horizontal axis right here, we have the x-axis, which is corresponds to our period right here, and we have the y-axis, which corresponds to our demand data right here. We have 840, 8,450, 8,732, 9,014, 9,080, and 808, 10,413, 11,961. So plotting this data on a graph, this is how they look. So you can see the points along the regression line here. These points are scattered from the regression line. So what we're going to do in calculating the regression analysis is to try to minimize the points along the regression line in such a way that these errors that are called squares errors are minimized. Alright, so one way of doing that is by calculating what is called the regression analysis. And as you might recall, for those of you who are familiar with the statistics, that when calculate regression analysis, there is an equation. This equation of a line. That is y is equal to ax plus b. So we need to find the gradient. This a is a gradient. We need to find this gradient and then calculate b. So in the context of our exercise, this a will be our trend. This is our trend, and this b will be our level. So this b will be the level of this demand forecast, and a will be the trend. So as you can see right here, as the formula states, we have n sum of xy minus sum of x times the sum of y divided by n, which is the period, sum of x squared minus the sum of x squared, the sum of x all squared. Okay? So calculating this, we got this. So this is a, this is n, corresponds to 6 period times the sum of xy, will multiply x times y, minus the sum of x times the sum of y, and we have the sum of x is 21, the sum of y is 58,343, and all divided by the sum of x squared, okay, x squared minus the sum of x all squared, okay? As you can see here. And then if we do the calculation, we get 673. So this 600, which is our gradient, represents, in this context, our trend. So this is the trend that we're going to use in order to forecast this demand. Alright, now let's find out the B. Now, recall that when calculating the regression analysis, any of these points along the regression line represents any point, okay? So in order to find what B is, we need to work out this formula. And this formula helps us determine what the value of B is going to be, okay? So we have X. We need to find any points, the coordinates of X and Y along this regression line. And we can choose X bar and Y bar. We need to determine the coordinates of X bar and Y bar. Okay? So the formula states that if we have X bar is equal to the sum of X divided by N, which is the period. And Y bar is the sum of Y bar divided by N. Okay. Alright. So we have the sum of Y. Okay? Not Y bar, but Y. Alright. So we have X bar is equal to 21. Where is this 21 coming from? 21 is nothing but the sum of the X. This is X. And this is X representing the period. So the sum of these periods totals 21. And 21 divided by the period, which is 6, is equal to 3.5. Okay? Now, Y, let's calculate Y. Y is the sum of X divided by N. So we already calculated the sum of Y right here. So we just take 58,343 divided by N, which is 6. And we got 9,723.8. Okay? So this is the X bar and Y bar. Now, we haven't so far determined what the value of B is, but we need to find out what B is. In order to find out what B is, we need to come back to our original formula. As you can see right here, Y is equal to AXA, the gradient, times X plus B. Now, if we come back to the formula, we can see that this Y represents what? Demand. Okay? So our demand is equal to 3.5. Okay? In this equation, we're replacing each variable. A, the gradient, is replaced by 3.5 that we calculated here, times X. Okay? So this is our X that we already calculated here, plus B. And then we need to derive B in order to find the value of B. If we derive B, as you can see here, we have B is equal to 9,723.8 minus the gradient times X bar. And this is equal to 7,368.3. This figure right here represents our trend. Then we can use the formula. We can use the formula that says that trend is equal to forecasting for period. Forecast is for period T plus 1 is equal, the T is 0, period 0 is equal to level for period 0 plus the trend for period 0. Okay? Level for period 0, trend for period 0. Now we can have our formula, the forecast for period plus 1 is equal to forecast for period 0 plus 1 is equal for forecast for period 1 is equal to okay, we first calculate the trend. Forecast for period 1 is, we have some data here, okay, so it's equal to, this is alpha, or we can say forecast for period 1 plus alpha times demand for period 1 minus our forecast for period 1. This can be our formula, but we still don't need to work out this formula yet, okay? This is just was to illustrate how we're going to calculate the forecast. So here the formula says that the forecast for period 1 is equal to forecast for period T plus 1 is equal to the level for period 0 plus the trend for period 0. Now, what is the level for period 0? The level for period 0 is right here, 7,368.3. So our forecast for period 0 is equal to 7,368.3 plus the trend for period 0 is right here. Is right here, 6,073, and if we calculate that, we get 7,368.3 plus 673 is equal to 8 exactly. 8,441.3. Okay, so this is our forecast for period 0. Okay, so thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this calculation of regression analysis. One thing I want to tell you about regression analysis is that it helps you determine what is the relationship between a variable, independent variable, and a dependent variable. So you may have two data points, or two variables. Your sales, for example, how does it apply to marketing? You have your sales data, and you have your advertising expenditure. You want to measure how your expenditure, advertising expenditure, can help increase your sales revenue. So one way of doing that is through regression analysis, where you calculate the relationship between sales and advertising expenditure. So this is a very powerful tool, a very efficient tool for marketing decision making and supply chain forecasting decision making. Thank you very much for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Catch you later, man. Take care.